Today, my friends, are going to be showing you guys how to get the Zonaite armor in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to increase your battery up. So it's going to give you more energy cell battery, basically. So if you do enjoy this one, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, first things first, you're probably going to want to do the Wind Temple to get the Gust ability, and you're also going to probably most likely want to either get a bunch of energy charges so you can use them to increase certain Zonaite devices that we're going to be using to kind of travel, and or increase your energy cell capacity, which I have a video on my channel for that as well if you guys haven't seen that. But definitely have some energy charges on hand just in case. But if you have all that ready, we can go ahead, we can jump straight into this, and we'll start with the first piece. All right, so for number one, we're going to be going, they're all in the sky, by the way. I forgot to mention that. We're going from the Ulri Mountain Skyview Temple, tower, not temple, which is kind of on the Akala region to the east of Eldin. Once we launch up in the air, what we're going to be wanting to do is head over in this general direction. So you can see there's kind of a little island over there. There's a kind of ball in the sky, but we're actually going lower. There's a construct there to the right, and then there's a little kind of square island over here, and you can see that there's already a device made. You're going to grab all these batteries that are just sitting here, and you're going to attach every single one of them to the device because you're going to want as many batteries as you possibly humanly can get. These are not going to waste your energy cell at all. We're going to get on it. We're actually going to be heading to the left. I kind of wasted a little bit of battery going to the right there for a second. So we're not going that far to the left. We're going right there. So I got a little bit lost for a second, but you can see there's a bunch of islands. There's like 2, 3, 4 islands stacked on top of each other. Then there's like a ball at the very tip of it. That's kind of the direction we're going. Again, you can always look at my coordinates. We're basically heading east, if you will. I'm going to speed up the clip for the sake of time. And once we get over here, we're basically just going to launch over to the bottom island here. Now, I mean, technically, yeah, well, actually, no, you have to go to the bottom island. Anyways, so when you get to the bottom island, there's going to be a little Zonaite thing you can activate. I'll show you where it is, where we are right here on the map. So you can see what it looks like in the sky view area. It's right up, like directly above that spirally area on the ground in the northeastern section of the map. Anyways, activate the Zonaite device, and it's basically going to activate all of these launch pads. That's why we have to come here at the bottom of this area because we got to activate those launch pads, and then we got to climb all the way up using the launch pads. You'll see exactly how it works. I'll walk you through it bit by bit. I'm trying to show you as much as possible, but yet cut out all the unnecessary stuff that you don't really need to see as well. So we're going to go basically on to this launch pad. It's going to launch us to the island straight above us. So basically you can see on your map too where you want to go, where the next island is. So from the bottom right map, you can see we went from that island to this island. So we're going to want to rotate this right here in order so the launch pad excuse me, is facing the next island above us. So go ahead and rotate it. Again, you just do that by pushing this thing right here. Just got lost for a second, had to look for the island. Keep on rotating it. And once it's aimed towards the island, we're going to go here, launch up, excuse me, and we're going to go ahead and go into this island here. Now, you don't have to do this. You could do this, but you can go ahead and get rid of the Zonaite enemy here, just so it doesn't bother you or anything. I can't remember if this one actually shoots a bow and arrow or not. Anyways, what we're going to do from here, we're not going to do anything. We're just going to drop straight down from there. And likewise, we're going to be rotating this. Now, we're going to be rotating this towards the big kind of sphere in the sky. See that big circle sphere thing? We want to line it up with like the center of it. What we're trying to do is take one of these bricks here, one of these kind of square bricks, and we're trying to launch it into the sphere. It's very important that you successfully do this. If you don't do this, you're not going to be able to proceed. I'll show you what it looks like if you miss by a long shot. So there you can see it flying to the side. But now I'll show you what it looks like when you actually get it right. And so you can just take a look, and you'll see that there's a hole there. And boom, it popped right into the hole. So when you see that it's landed successfully into the hole, you're going to launch yourself up in the same general direction. We're going in the hole as well. Now, the reason that we need that brick is because we need to place it on a switch in the middle. So you see the switch right in front of me. I'm going to be doing a quick cut because I couldn't find the brick for a second. It was here. I just couldn't find it. So right there is where the brick is. If for some reason it's not here, just jump out, go back to the island, and try all over again. Once you place it onto this kind of pad here, we're going to climb one of these pillars. Once the sphere starts rotating, we're going outside to the top. And what we're going to be doing from the top is actually gliding down into the sphere, because basically the hole is now towards the bottom. So you need kind of like an upper advantage to get down there by gliding into it, essentially, right? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to glide down, we're going to look for that hole. It might be a little bit tricky to get into it again. You can just use gust to pop in there. Thankfully, I was able to manage. It looks like I'm not going to, but I did. And right here at the bottom is going to be the first chest, which is going to contain your first piece of armor, which is going to be the Zonaite Shin guards. So there you go. You got the first piece done. And again, you see it says energy up. I'll show you one more time where it is on the map exactly. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to proceed to the second piece right now. All right, so for the second piece, we're going to be going to the Mount Lanayru area, which is right to the east of Zora's domain kind of area. Mount Lanayru Skyview Tower specifically is where we're launching from. You're going to need Zora armor, at least the Zora chest piece, which has to do with doing progressing some of the story in the Zora region. So make sure you guys get that. There's some other pieces. You can get the full set. I'll link down in the description below, if I remember correctly, a guide where, you know, it shows you how to get all of the Zora pieces that I've done. It's up on the channel already. What we're going to be doing is going this direction to the west towards this waterfall that you've seen so far in this clip. And once we get towards it, we're going to switch over to the Zora armor. All you need is really the chest piece or whatever. One piece will suffice, and it's going to cause you to be able to swim up the waterfall, which is going to make your life a whole lot easier. Once you get to the top, there's going to be this little pond. You can ignore it, but there's a bunch of fairies. If you don't want to try to collect the fairies here, they can come in handy. We're going to kill the Zonaite guard thing, whatever enemy that's just on this device. We're going to jump on this device, and what we're going to do is we're going to attach these rockets basically on the side like this. So what we're doing is we're trying to aim them towards that other kind of island that's directly in front of us. We're trying to catapult ourselves towards that area over there. So kind of attach them to the side like that. And then when you hit them, it should catapult you forward. The one on the left that I placed was a little crooked, so it could have pushed me a little bit too much to the right. Thankfully, it didn't. And I was still able to go. You should be able to get there just fine. You'll see it still continues to kind of move even when the rockets stop. Just glide all the way over and again activate this device here. This is where it is on the map in case you guys want to see it. Again, it's right in this area that we are located in the sky. That's what it looks like. So go ahead and activate it. And once we activate it, what you're going to see happen is that it's going to basically turn on a bunch of fans, propellers, if you will. So we're going to be able to use that to kind of get to the top, if you will. So you can see there's one there, and there's actually a succession of them side by side by side. Now, unfortunately for me, there's a blood moon, so we're going to have to do a quick cut because blood moons don't wait for anybody. We're going to climb up here, and then we're going to start flying up bit by bit. So I'm going to speed up the clip for the sake of time. Just follow the path all the way around. You're kind of going counterclockwise, if you will. And once you get to the top, you're going to jump down here. And there's some lasers. You got to do some Mission Impossible style maneuvers. So we're just going to kind of go through here. I don't know what happens if you hit the laser. I wasn't willing to find out. And hopefully you're not willing to find out either. Once we drop down here, there is a shrine you can activate if you want. And of course do. I would activate it at least so you don't have to do all of this again just to get back here. And that, you know, at least you can just fast travel to do the shrine later if you want to. You're going to need some kind of water. So like a blue choo-choo jelly or a splash fruit, which you can find abundantly in the Zora region. I'm going to use a splash fruit. We're going to throw it here just so we can step on it. And we're going to be ascending right above it where this wall is. Maybe you can kind of clip that corner there. There's like a little bit of a corner of land, maybe, but I don't know. Maybe not. So we're going to ascend up. We're going to grab the chest. And that is actually going to be our second piece, which is going to be the Zonaite Waistguard. So we're 2 out of 3. We're almost there. We just have one more to go. Again, make sure you have that Zora armor for this one. All right, so number 3, we're going to go over to the kind of top left area of the map in the Hebra region. We're going from the Raposo, Rospro past Skyview Tower. I don't know how to pronounce any of these things. We're going to be launching from there. I would highly suggest cooking some like spicy food just to warm up here as well. It's a little bit cold. We're going to be heading to the south once we launch up into the sky. You're going to be able to see this waterfall. Again, for the sake of time, going to speed this up. I don't want to cut anything and have any kind of, you know, jumps in the footage that are too drastic because I don't want anybody to get lost here. Again, we're going to need the Zora armor for this one as well. Go ahead and equip it once you get to the waterfall. You might need a good amount of stamina. I also highly suggest getting the full glide suit. It's going to help you with all of this, all of 3 of these pieces as well. Again, I have a guide for that on my channel. I'll try to remember to link that also in the description below. Again, there's going to be a pond up here. I'm going to do a quick cut because I spent a couple minutes here trying to catch all the fairies because why not, man? The fairies can come in handy for sure. What we're going to do is proceed forward. We're going to grab one of these carts here. We're going to stick the cart on the rail track. And you can see right to the left, there's these rockets. You're going to stick a rocket to the back of the cart here. I'm going to push the cart a little bit more forward before getting into it, just so it's closer to the edge, so I can make the most use out of that rocket. Hopefully you don't suck as bad as me and just whiff on these hits, and you can actually hit it the first time. Not like it's important or anything like that, but anyways. We're basically going up the rail track to the other side, and we're going to have to craft another Zonaite device. So you can see there's some wings over here. And to your right over here, there's some fans and rockets. We're going to be using all of this. So we're going to stick one fan on each wing, essentially. Again, for the sake of, you know, trying not to lose you, I'm not going to cut this, even though, you know, you are watching me basically essentially craft something, and that could be a little tedious. But some people, you know, again, you might get lost. I want you to see the entirety of it. So we're going to stick a fan on each wing. We're going to stick a rocket on top of each fan. To give us even more propulsion, to give us more of a boost. So we're going to stick the rocket on top, make sure it's positioned right. That to me was like, I felt like maybe that was going to throw the weight off a little bit, so I just kind of readjusted it. Anyways, this one here, again, I'm going to stick on to the other fan. So just go ahead and proceed and do that as so. And then we're going to be able to stick this flying device onto this this kind of launch track or whatever it's called. And we're ready to go. Let's activate it. This is where I say you might need extra energy cell or some devices to some charges to use. So we're going for the island right there to the right. You can basically lean and turn it by like either, you know, if you move to the right, it'll kind of, you know, shift the glider to the right. If you go to the left, it'll shift it to the left. You go towards the tail, it'll kind of elevate it up a little bit, so you can kind of use your body weight as so. We're going to drop down on this island. We're going to stick one of these Springer things on top of the other. We're going to line it up right about here. We're going up to those islands right up there. So we're going to hit it. We're going to wait till we're at our peak to pull our glider, okay? So we're waiting till we're at our peak. You see that little floating thing that has a Zonaite, you know, enemy over there? That's where we're trying to get to. So you got to make sure you're at your peak. If you feel like you're not at your peak, just go back down, reset the Zonaite spring things, and try it again. We're going to kill him. We're going to stick one rocket at a time. Do not use both rockets or you're going to mess this up. One rocket in the middle. Hit that rocket, okay? That rocket's going to catapult us up. The next thing we're going to want to do is grab the second rocket, place it in the middle again as we're still kind of flying up. And once we start to kind of slow down, we're going to hit the second rocket. We're actually going to turn around. We're not looking that way. We're turning around, facing more towards like the northeast-ish area. You see this island over there? That's where we're trying to make it to. So we're going to jump off. We're going to glide over here. Again, you want to make it here. So that's why I say one rocket at a time is probably your best bet. Who knows? Maybe you can use both at the same time. Maybe you're willing to try that out and find out the hard way. I wasn't. So this is where it is on the map in case you're wondering. As per usual, go ahead and activate the little device, the Zonaite device, interact with it. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to drain the water just up ahead forward. So this water is going to drain down, and we're going to be able to actually make our way back towards the back right of it. So that's what we're going to do here. You can see that there's a mirror shining a light that's going to be a huge kind of mechanic here what we're doing. So there's a Zonaite enemy guarding the entrance. We're going to blow this up with a bomb of some sort, and then we're going to make our way down here. Again, it's all slow motion with the jumping. I am not cutting anything at this point because I do not want you to get lost. Grab one of these mirrors and we're going to be facing to the left here, okay? So we're trying to shine the light to the left and we're trying to find the next mirror. So keep on looking until you find that mirror. You can see it kind of pointing up. Then we're going to jump over to this island. There's going to be a lot of doing this. I think there's like 4 or 5 of these. Again, I don't want you guys to get lost. It's really dark down here. I don't want you to get confused. So I'm not cutting or speeding anything up for the sake of time. I'm letting it play out as it is, despite my horrible kind of finicking around with this. The next one's going to be back here. So we're going to just kind of, again, tilt it towards the left. You'll see the next mirror. Just proceed, follow the exact path that I'm showing you guys. My link is freezing here, so we gotta speed things up here and try to hurry it up. So at this point, I believe, well, we're about to find out. Let's just watch the clip together. Yeah, this one I think is to the right. No, it's to the left. This one's to the left as well. There it is. Okay, yeah, this one's to the left. And I think this one is going to be to your right. Again, we'll see in a second, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that's to the right. This is what, the 4th one? I don't know. I wasn't counting. Point is, we're looking for the next mirror. Yeah, this one's to the right. So at this point, we're looking to the right. You can see right there, it's going to end up shining downwards. And so we're going to be able to pop in here. And at the bottom, there's going to be a Zonaite enemy. We're going to have to kill it. And we're going to have to take its mirror that it's using as a shield. So just go ahead. If you pop it in the eye, you should be able to kill it pretty easily. Depending, I guess, on the power of your bow. Anyways, we're going to grab this. And what we're going to do is shine the light into that yellow thing. It's going to activate it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And once you do that successfully, the whole thing is going to kind of lift up. You can go ahead and grab all that stuff if you want to. And basically, we're just going to climb right above here. So we're gonna just go up here on the wall, and right there above you can see the chest is just sitting there, just waiting for you to grab it and get the last and 3rd piece. So there it is. That's the 3rd piece. It's going to be the Zonaite Helm. And now you have the complete Zonaite set in all of its goodness. That's going to give you triple energy up. Link is freezing here, so I'll throw a different clip on screen that shows him normal on the ground. It's a pretty cool look, and it's a pretty cool, I guess, perk, if you will, to have that energy up. So if you're going to be using a lot of Zonaite devices, just throw that set on and you're good to go. Hopefully this helped you out. If it did, help me out by leaving a like. It really helps out the channel. If you didn't like it, it's completely fine. Let me know what you didn't like so I can improve the content in the future, and I hope to see you guys soon in a future video. Until then, my friends, game on, and thanks for watching.